Hello, folks. So here is our devotional for Friday, March 13th, as we finish up Proverbs. In addition to finishing our chapter, we're also finishing our second section in the book of Proverbs on the what Raymond Van Leeuwen calls the antithetical statement. So these kind of back and forth between righteousness and wickedness. Couple of pieces that I'll get into from Van Leeuwen and then finish us off with our Peterson. And today we'll be starting at verse 23 to the end of our chapter. To make an apt answer is a joy to anyone, and a word in season, how good it is. For the wise, the path of life leads upward in order to avoid Sheol below. The Lord tears down the house of the proud, but maintains the widow's boundaries. Evil plans are an abomination to the Lord, but gracious words are pure. Those who are greedy for unjust gain make trouble for their households, but those who hate bribes will live. The mind of the righteous ponders how to answer, but the mouth of the wicked pours out evil. The Lord is far from the wicked, but he hears the prayer of the righteous. The light of the eyes rejoices the heart, and good news refreshes the body. The ear that heeds wholesome admonition will lodge among the wise. Those who ignore instruction despise themselves, but those who heed admonition gain understanding. The fear of the Lord is instruction in wisdom, and humility goes before honor. One of the comments from Van Leeuwen that I'm not including in today's portion, he talked about that last verse of 15 really being a referent back to Proverbs 1 and trying to encapsulate the importance of the entire section on linking the fear of the Lord as the beginning of wisdom or that foundation for wisdom. So good portions from him. And this is one of his the closing reflections in his commentary. To trespass on our neighbor's God-given kingdom, to violate boundaries, is to violate the righteousness that God's kingdom on earth demands. On a personal level, it attacks our neighbor's status as God's image. In the United States, most people do not farm the land. In our world, the boundaries that get violated are not made up of stone and dirt. For us, Proverbs 15:25 must be applied, for example, to the boundaries that concern bodies, emotions, jobs, reputation, and the natural limits of Earth's environment. Proverbs 15:25 and related sayings may also speak to the way in which modern commerce and technology invade and trample upon other spheres of life for their own narrow purposes. Wealth and power can invade and subvert politics, democratic processes, and criminal and civic justice. Overweening commercial interests can do violence to the integrity, variety, and quality of sports, arts, and entertainment, and to the communication of truth by mass media. Education also can be subverted when learning and research serve what President Dwight Eisenhower termed the military-industrial complex. The drive to maximize profits needs to stay within the cosmic limits of justice, where every creature and human function has its proper space to flourish. When boundaries are trampled, damage is done. And a little bit of Eugene Peterson to finish us off in our conclusion of chapter 15. Congenial conversation, what a pleasure. The right word at the right time, beautiful. Life ascends to the heights for the thoughtful. It's a clean about face from descent into hell. God smashes the pretensions of the arrogant. He stands with those who have no standing. God can't stand evil scheming, but he puts words of grace and beauty on display. A greedy and grasping person destroys community. Those who refuse to exploit live and let live. Prayerful answers come from God loyal people. The wicked are sewers of abuse. God keeps his distance from the wicked. He closely attends to the prayers of God loyal people. A twinkle in the eye means joy in the heart, and good news makes you feel fit as a fiddle. Listen to good advice if you want to live well. An honored guest among wise men and women. An undisciplined, self willed life is puny. An obedient, God willed life is spacious. Fear of God is a school in skilled living. First, you learn humility, then, you experience glory. I the both in the message and in the NRSV, I was caught by the towards the end, the portion, a twinkle in the eye means joy in the heart, and good news makes you feel fit as a fiddle. I think it did good news makes you feel good in your bones in the NRSV or something along those lines. So that was a really neat portion. Also, we had, and because it just jumped out at me, I'm not going to be able to quote it, but we've had that proverb before about fear of the Lord and faithfulness in God expanding that portion. I know I referenced one of our midweek services and having a larger container, that place of opening up and allowing our compassion to expand. All right, so that's it for chapter 15. We'll be back with you as we start chapter 16 for tomorrow, and we will see you then. Have a great day.